as an explanation of what their experience was, as an explanation of what the information they're providing you is.
I can't experience their experience.
You can't. No, I agree with you.
I can only experience mine.
I understand.
And I can look at that and then say, does that match, or does that relate to what I think happens? What I think happens, same with Muhammad and all of that. For several hundred years, the writings of Muhammad weren't there. They were on bits of bone and bits of this and bits of that.
That's not correct. But go on,
Yeah.
take your point. I'll let you know.
So, and often the teachings go right down into the well of humanity and get homogenised and come up, and often they're very similar.
So let me try and just lay out the framework where I come from, so we can understand each other. So you said that experience. We can't see each other's experiences. We can't even experience each other's experiences. The only way I can know what you're feeling, your experience is by you telling me. Now that communicates a portion of at least informationally what you're experiencing. Now, yes,
true.
So when we're quoting the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, or Jesus, and when we're making these quotes, we are trying to access what information they gain from their experience so that we can utilize that in our lives.
Yes.
Now, with the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, so just to sort of give our framework, this was a person who claimed to prophethood at the age of 40. Before that, was known as a very honest person within this community, hardworking, trader.
Yeah. His mother was a Christian.
The cousin of his first wife was someone who was writing the scriptures, the Christian scriptures. But I don't think his mother was Christian, as far as I'm aware. But we can leave that to one side. The point here is that when the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, started to receive this information, this revelation, it was contemporaneously written down by the people around him because he was illiterate. So he would say the revelation that came to him. The people would write it down. Okay, so it was not this thing that was written.
As long as they were around when he got the revelation.
No, this is the thing. So it was something that was within him. The information was, because God says in the Quran that don't rush with these words, because I will ensure that you can retain them. Yeah, I'm paraphrasing, and I'm the one who will preserve this. Talking about the information that was being provided. The companions contemporaneously were writing it down, and after the Prophet peace be upon him died, within 2 years of his death, the Quran was compiled together as a book. Within 2 years of the death of the Prophet peace be upon him. So you
sure about that?
Absolutely. This is our history. Now, you were talking about going down into the well of humanity and becoming homogenized and then coming back out. I understand what you're saying, but this is not our paradigm.
No,
which is not our paradigm. We have we're talking about the Quran written contemporaneously. If you went to Birmingham University, they have the Birmingham manuscripts. You must be aware of them. They're dated to within the lifetime of the Prophet peace be upon him and his companions. So 1st century, in the time of the Prophet. Have a look. It's fascinating. Really, the folios they have, they match exactly what we have today. Yeah. Evidence of a long-standing static text.
So do you teach at the university?
No, I don't teach at the university. No. I'm just giving you our paradigm. Right. So what I would say to you is that yes, there is a consciousness. There is a being who has brought everything about. Okay, because everything around us can't come from nothing. There's order. We see lots of amazing intricacy, genetics and epigenetics, and we see amazing purpose in everything around us. Then we have these beings like us. What's the scar?
It's scarred.
What's scarred?
Because it's not perfect. It's not perfect.
It's perfect in what sense?
Let me put it this way. Yeah. Let me put it this way, right? Christian people are told Jesus is on the right hand of God.
Okay.
Right? Christian people are told.
I understand that.
Do you know how people recognise the risen Jesus?
Tell me.
By his wounds.
By his
wounds.
Okay.
So that the very person at the right hand of God is wounded.
I agree with the inconsistency in this. Yeah.
So that within the heart of God there is a wound, and out of that wound comes loving compassion.
So you have to be wounded and damaged to be showing love.
So you do. So you go to any AA group, 12-step group, any you have to literally, like the same. It's the same. You have to have an experience that shows you that all that is, in a way, is you.
Can I just build on this a little bit? So why do we need experience to inform us of anything in the first place?
Because we constantly fuck it up.
Yes, because
we don't.
So let me paraphrase that for anyone that might be listening. So we lack knowledge and understanding of things. So therefore we have to arrive...
We lack compassion.
Absolutely, I understand. So we have to arrive at this place of empathy by having the experiences.
We have to arrive at the place where we are prepared to give everything up.
I understand.
Everything. Empty ourselves of everything.
I understand. So the point I'm trying to make is that what you're talking to from because you're talking from the human paradigm, that we have to have trauma to be more empathic, to be more caring and compassionate.
We all have trauma anyway.
I understand, but now I'm not talking about you or me. I'm talking about that being, the consciousness you're talking about in the beginning, because that being, there are some things definitionally we would have to lay down as sort of foundations. All-knowing, that being would have to be all-knowing.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, when you're all-knowing,
because it all came from that creation.
So, what's your name, bro?
Bill.
Bill. Imran. Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
What I wanted to say, that if you are all-knowing, then by definition, you don't need any other experience or anything else to make you knowledgeable about anything, or to make you have more empathy or compassion about anything, because you already have everything within you knowledge-wise. So we are increasing in our knowledge all the time and in our experiences. Do you understand the point that I'm making?
Yeah.
Whereas that being would not be subject to this.
What I'm saying is that discovering God, if you want to call it that, is inherently discovering ourselves. And to discover ourselves, we have to give away all of our pretenses and all of which is very hard.
Yes, I agree with you.
And that takes a trauma to do that.
So we're told that you have to submit your will to the will of the One.
Yes.
And this is literally what you're saying. Absolutely.
Yes.
Now this process that we're talking about, submitting your will to the will of the One, the name for that is Islam. This is what it means. Submitting your will to the will of the Creator. And
I don't have any problem with that.
Absolutely. Now when you look at there are things that are related to this. The only way we know what the will of that Creator is by referring, you said there are these people who have these experiences, they connect with this divine, they give us information. The only way we can understand what that will is that we need to submit to is to refer back to these people and what they said, and verify that what they said we can actually accept as being from that divine and not something that someone else made up.
What surprises me is how we can talk about that, but how few people do it.
I understand.
How few people do it.
I agree with you.
Because if you do that, the world is completely different.
Yes, 100%. I agree with you completely. So one of the points of having these conversations is to make people aware of the fact that they need to do this step, for submitting their will to the will of that Creator, and then to put them on the process of trying to understand what that messenger said and how to verify it. So I said to you, for the Quran, for example, in the life of the Prophet, peace be upon him, he was dictating the words that were revealed to him, and the people were writing it down. And within 2 years of the death of the Prophet, peace be upon him, this was collated together as a text. We have that text today. So we have this information from that time, the direct impact of that experience, the information that divine gave, and we have it in the Quran.
Well,
Have you-
yeah, all of these things are looking through glass darkly.
Glass dark.
That how